Hey guys, Amanda here from southernbride.co.nz, talking to you about how to find money for your wedding day. First things first, please make a wedding budget. I bang on about this all the time, and I've got plenty of resources on the website, so go to southernbride.co.nz/budget and figure out how much you need for your wedding, and then we will figure out where the money is actually going to come from. So I've got a few different ideas here, and a lot of these are actually covered by this amazing YouTuber and blogger called sugarmama.tv. She's releasing a book called The $1,000 Project in the next couple of months, which I've got on pre-order. And her $1,000 project is about hustling to make $1,000, sort of sprinting to get to that point, and finding that money outside of your usual employment income. So she's got a few different creative ideas on how she's done that, and that's a great resource and a great YouTube channel to follow if you are you interested in this topic. So the different ideas that we've come up with for paying for your wedding, number one, time. If you have a couple of years to go before your wedding, take your wedding budget amount, divide it by the number of weeks left, and whatever that amount is, can you save that each week by putting it from an automatic payment from your account to a special wedding account? If you think that's impossible, and then could you consider potentially delaying the wedding for 6 months or a year? And it might sound a bit drastic, but in the scheme of things, that sort of time is not going to matter, and it also means that you'll be starting your wedding, your marriage, without debt from your wedding. So do have a think about possibly doing that. Another option to find some money is thinking about the things that you spend little bits of money on and cutting the amount. So I'm talking about the coffees. I'm really bad at that. I'll probably spend $25 to $30 a week on coffee. Can you reduce that and put that money aside for the wedding, and then it's less painful because it hasn't come out of your grocery fund, or just an idea. I don't know if I could cut out the coffees, but for a wedding maybe. The other option is sacrificing big stuff. So if you own your own home, maybe you could get a boarder in, and they're $150 a week or $100 a week or whatever it is they pay in rent. Maybe that money could go into the wedding fund. You could move back in with the parents, like I said, sacrificing big now. So you could move home for a while, and hopefully they'll let you live rent free. You could run a garage sale, so either at home or on Trade Me, sell some of your stuff, and then just think of it as a good declutter and leaving space for all the wedding presents that you might get. You can borrow money. That's definitely an option for paying for your wedding, and so I have to mention it, but you don't necessarily want to borrow the whole amount. Maybe just for small things like deposits that you will be able to pay back. And you could hopefully borrow from your parents, or of course there's things like credit cards and finance companies, which I wouldn't recommend, but they are options. What I did to be able to pay for our wedding was a couple of things, and we went thirds with our parents. So my parents paid a third, Craig's parents paid a third, and then we paid a third. So for our third, I got a part-time job. So I worked full-time during the week, and then at the weekends I worked as a loader driver. at a garden centre. So that money went to the wedding fund. I also, about that time, changed jobs at my full-time job. So I had my annual leave paid out that I had accrued at my old job. So I had about 6 weeks of annual leave, and so I saved that money, and that went to the wedding. So not suggesting that you change jobs just to get your annual leave, but little windfalls like that, lotto, part-time jobs, things like that, think outside the box, and remember it is only temporary, unlike your marriage, which will be forever. Right, I'm going to let you go, and hopefully these ideas have given you some food for thought. If you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, happy wedding planning. Bye-bye.